What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and it's happening again. Another one. Another mysterious explosion, this time at a chemical plant in Shepherd, Texas. And at this point, I think we need a major investigation, not just into what happened in Shepherd, Texas this morning, but we need a major investigation on a national level to look into what's been going on for the last couple of years. Are these incidents that we keep seeing happen, are they connected in any way? We need to have a better understanding as to why over the last 2 years there's been this major uptick in mysterious explosions at chemical plants. There's been this massive uptick of trains derailing, spilling chemicals everywhere. This massive uptick in food warehouses and distribution plants catching on fire mysteriously. I mean, I notice patterns. And even if this is not some type of big conspiracy and there's some bad actors behind all of this, there's still a problem. You can't look at all of this stuff that's happened over the past couple of years and not acknowledge that there is definitely a problem here. Is there something happening behind the scenes, or is it just incompetence? Have these, warehouses, these factories, these chemical plants, these train companies, have they started hiring people that don't really know how to do their jobs? Are all of these people walking around texting on their cell phones, playing Pokemon Go? Like what's really happening here? Because it's happening way too often. Way too often. And we've talked about it a lot on this channel. And I talk about it a lot over on my Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it these days. But yeah, I mean, it's hard not to notice the pattern. And now we have another one. And what happens is you hear about them, and then you never find out the reason why. Why did this chemical plant explode? Why did that train derail? Why did this happen? You never get the answers to those questions. You just hear, oh, another chemical plant mysteriously explodes, and then you never hear anything about it again. But I'm going to go ahead and roll this clip really quickly so we can all have a better understanding of what is happening here, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Look at this. Black smoke, a huge explosion at a chemical plant. People who live within 5 miles of that explosion in Shepherd, a city north of Houston, are being told to shelter in place. Turn off all of your HVAC systems in your houses and businesses immediately. They don't want you carrying this smoke into where you have air you can actually still breathe. A nearby school evacuated. No words yet on any injuries or exactly what happened here to cause this explosion. More updates for you as we get.
Folks, if I made videos every time something like this happened in America, I wouldn't have time to make videos about anything else. In fact, I wouldn't have time to do anything because it's like every day something like this is happening. But this one looks pretty bad, judging by the amount of smoke that we see pouring in the air. This one looks pretty bad. And also, I reported on it the other day. The man has now been arrested. But some dude tried to attack this nuclear plant in South Carolina. But luckily, he was stopped and they caught him eventually. But it's just weird. We're seeing all of these weird things happen. And knowing what happened at that chemical plant or that nuclear plant in South Carolina, it makes you wonder sometimes, are there people, is there people out here carrying out some type of undercover attacks on our warehouses and our chemical plants? Or, like I said, is it incompetence? Who knows? We'll never find out because they never do a proper investigation into any of these things. We saw what happened in East Palestine, Ohio, not over in the Middle East, We saw what happened up there. We're still waiting for answers with what happened in that situation. So I don't expect to get any answers here, but like I said, it's just another one of these events, and it just keeps happening and it keeps happening. And at some point, I feel like we need to sit down and have a conversation. And when I say we, I don't necessarily mean me and you. Like, our politicians need to acknowledge what's going on. How can we continue to ignore power plant after power plant after chemical spill after chemical spill after massive fire after massive fire? How can we continue to ignore that our country is like falling apart? And it's either happening on purpose or it's happening because they're hiring a bunch of dumbasses. We don't know, but something's going on. Let me know what you think is going on down in the comments below. If you're feeling generous, you could drop a super thanks, or you can support my channel for totally free by sharing this video, hitting that like button, subscribing, ringing that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next video.